Good morning, Dirt Dogs. How we doing today? This is T-Dog and Carl, and this is the
Morning, y'all.
first installment of Enter the Dog Pound, a look into the dogs. Um,
Puppy Bill.
we want to try to give you a kind of a backstory on each one of us, how we came to be, and so without further ado, Carl can go first. And we hope that you learn some stuff about us. And let's get going.
All right, morning, y'all.
So first off, Carl, who are you and what's your role in the Dirt Dogs?
Well, I'm Carl Longstreth. I'm probably more like the historian. I like the stories behind it, or behind the items, how they got there, who last had it, how we found it, how things came to be. That's kind of it. I like the history.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Now, what got you in to metal detecting?
When I was a kid, I lived in Pennsylvania, northwestern Pennsylvania, about 40 miles south of Erie. And I was about 7 years old, and I used to watch the MGM movies and stuff like that as a kid. And I watched Treasure Island one time, and I thought this was really neat. And I went and got the book, Treasure Island, from the school library, and thought, I can do this. So I went out in my front yard. There was a big dirt pile out there with a shovel and my daddy's work boots, and started digging. My mama comes out and goes, "What are you doing?" And I said, "Looking for buried treasure." And ever since then, I always had kind of like an affinity for looking in stories and treasure and finding things. And I would go up and see my daddy outside of Erie and stuff. That's where my father's family was from. And I used to run around in like all the coal yards and stuff where the barges would come in from the Great Lakes and dump off their coal and iron ore. And I would find like old, very low grade, probably, I think, amethysts and stuff with purple and stuff. And I always kind of kept them. And he had this little red-headed kid running through these big coal piles and stuff, trying to look like I belonged there. And then we moved to southern Florida, and the economy took a nosedive in PA, so we left and went to southern Florida, and I lived around Golden Gate, Naples area, and there was this guy who used to metal detect all the time on the beach, and this was in about the mid-'80s. So it was still kind of people did it, but it really wasn't a widespread thing, and he was just kind of some weird guy on the beach, and we were like, all right, whatever. Until a tropical storm came through, and we heard about it. It was on the local news that he actually found like a gold medallion or a cross or something up underneath next to the seawall high up on the beach that had been either washed up or uncovered. And it wasn't modern. It was an older one. And I thought, wow, you can find stuff with these things. And then we left Florida, and I went up to Georgia and was living up in northeastern Georgia, and was reading all about the history up there from the Civil War, from the Cherokee, from the settlers. And Mel Fisher discovered the Atocha, and that just blew up on national news. And I got to thinking about finding all that, finding that stuff when I was a kid, and the guy finding the stuff down on the beach there in Florida, and spent some time in Georgia and stuff. Left Georgia, came up to Maine, and bought a metal detector, and I joined the military. Went out, traveled around, did about 6 years in the military, and came back and had it, and would go out and find things. And one of them I found, I returned back to the homeowner. It was just some rusty old tools I found down by a stone wall fence. It was on a rustic island. And the lady was like, wow. And I told her where I found it, and she said, my brother and my uncles used to go out and work on those fences out there and stuff. So she invited me in, and we sat there for like 3 hours eating cookies and drinking coffee. And she told me all about her family, and she brought out her photos and told me about these men. And I got to thinking when I was driving away that it wasn't about like what I found. To me, they were just some rusty items and stuff. And somebody left there and it was kind of cool. But to her, it was a connection. It was part of her family. It was the people that were here before us that left behind things. And so it's kind of, neat Yeah, I picked up that thing, those items frozen in time, and returned them back to somebody who I had no earthly connection or no earthly idea in the connections that it would bring to her. So that's kind of like why I got into it and what it was about. And then I saw Oak Island and with Gary Drayton, and I thought, I got to get back into it seriously. And hooked up with a couple of friends, and we got metal detecting and got out there and do some serious swinging.
Cool. Which brings us into, what do you use for equipment?
I first had an old Radio Shack Bounty Hunter. Had that, and then went up, and a friend of mine, or one of the guys I work with at the hospital, gave me his Garrett GTX, or GTA X 1000 with a little 8-inch crossfire coil on it. And I ran that for a little while until it basically just wore the coil out. And went ahead and got a Garrett Ace 200. And I work with that machine a lot. Sometimes I'll get a Garrett Ace 300 from Tony and stuff. He'll let me borrow that every now and then for something different. I've also used the MyLab Equinox 800 and stuff on doing some water hunts and things to that effect. So those are the detectors, the machines I use. I use a Garrett Carrot for a pinpointer. I have the XNX Anaconda for a shovel, and the little MindLab hand trowel with a double serrated edge. I don't know the designation for it, but White's hand shovel. So it's pretty much what I use. Some basic equipment, nothing too fancy.
What was it that you used for a digging tool? What was it called?
The little White's. It has a double serrated.
No, the bigger one.
Oh, the Anaconda?
Because my Anaconda don't want none unless you got buns, hon. God, you had to use it in a joke.
Sometimes we are a joke.
All right. Here's one that will make you think. Favorite hunt since being a dirt dog?
Oh, well, that was in Raymond. It was an old piece of property we found. Michael actually had the contact on it, and that's where you found those dry cells from those batteries that we were kind of like stupefied over for a while. It wasn't because of what I found. It was because of what I had the potential of finding but didn't, but it's there, and I'll explain. We had gone out and done the hunt. We broke it off because we were like, I got to get the kids back, and it was like 95 degrees out, and it was just hot. We went and sat underneath the pine tree, and we're just chilling out, having lunch, finishing up, talking about the hunts and stuff. And I was sitting there underneath the pine tree right next to it, and we got up and left. And I came back, or Michael came back on his way through. He was just going to go do a gig in the area, and he brought out his metal detector. He had some time to kill, and he went over where we were sitting, and damned if he didn't pull out a 1950 Benjamin $half, a Benny, literally right where I was sitting, right in between the roots there. He was boop, about 6 inches down, pulled out that silver, and it was like. And it's the most memorable part, not because of what I didn't find, but what if somebody else found. And the fact is that it was there, and you never know what you're going to find, where you're going to find it. So yes, I was sitting on Benjamin's face.
Kinky. Favorite find since being a dirt dog?
It was out at Lenny's, out there at 302 and Anderson Road. It was coming right off the TV repairman sign.
For those of you who live or have grown up around the Wyndham area, it's the old Hawks Plaza with the TV repairman that used to move. It's right across the street from what used to be Highland Variety is now Duck Pond Variety.
Duck Pond Variety, yeah. I found it right off the backside of that sign, just going down the slope. about 8 inches long. It's a letter opener. It's exactly 8 inches long, and it's like a basket hilted saber.
Size doesn't matter, Carl.
Yes, it does. And sorry for you, but it's an 8-inch basket hilted saber. It's a letter opener. I was like, what the hell? I thought it was just like an old band for like some bundles or something, and I pulled it out, and from the dirt, because it was just the blade sticking out, and I pulled it out, and I was like, holy look at this. And it was neat. I have it in my china cabinet at home. I mean, I found I found coins and stuff, some Wheaties and stuff. But for some reason, that's the one thing that sticks out, because it's not like a coin or something. It's a relic that somebody dropped somewhere. That site is very, very old. It dates back to like the 1700s. So.
I personally thought it could have been a woman's knife that they could have had
something
boot or in their corset.
The bustle, yeah.
Yes. What is your dream hunt? Not to include Oak Island.
Well, yeah. Oh man, yeah. Get up on Oak Island, man. I want to go see. I want to find either a place like where maybe some old cowboys were known to have camped, passed through, or even like some Civil War places where the soldiers were either camped or there was a skirmish at, or something that they would have left behind for us to find. An old trail, maybe even part of like when Benedict Arnold came up through Maine, hunting some of that trail up through there. When he went up, and see if we could find like where they camped for the night or something like that. If we could find something like that, some Revolutionary War stuff that we got up here, that would probably be it. One of those old places that they set up camp or something around the area.
All right. This might be a tough one for you. Who do you look up to in the metal detecting world?
Oh, you got your anchor point there, Gary Drayton. He was one of the guys that the guy's just incredibly knowledgeable about metal detecting and stuff. He's done it for near over 30 years. I was just reading this morning about, he put a picture up about the swamp in Oak Island, and somebody had asked him about the first season, and they got some hits on gold or silver, and he came back and said they were false positives because of brackish water to salt water to the actual metal detector and how to set it up so that doesn't happen. He's even answered questions that I've asked about equipment and stuff. So Gary Drayton would be like top of the list. Also the guys from the Hoover Boys, Kurt, Brad, Redneck Bob, Leo, from any one of those guys. They run Garrett's. Brad even he's even doing a mine lab now. Then you got the guys, from Dig That Beat. They know a lot of stuff. They do a lot of more urban hunting and stuff, so they get a lot of like high trashy areas with more modern, stuff that's been thrown around. So it'd be one of those guys that I'd like to sit down and pick their brain and talk to them about it and stuff. Yeah.
All right. What is one bucket list item that you would love to find?
Oh, 1795 flowing hair, half dime.
Well, Jesus, that was quick.
Or a tribe. Yeah,
right.
Absolutely.
Well, since that was so quick, how about another bucket list item that you'd like to find?
I'd like to either find, going back to what I had said earlier, like something from like when Benedict Arnold came up through here. I'd like to find like one of those campaign, like their buttons, or something from, one of their coins or something that they had maybe dropped when they were camping or when they were on their way through. Something from that. That grave that we came across in one of our earlier videos from that Brigadier General on Aroustic Island. that was with him, was with Benedict Arnold and campaigned with Washington. Yeah, so yeah, that'd be something.
What do you do for fun besides detecting?
I like to fish. I like to hunt. I like to do calligraphy, and no, that's pretty much it. You know, I'm not too not too extravagant. I do play guitar too. I have a couple axes. I have a flat top, and I have a solid body. I like to read about history, read mysteries. I'm currently reading a book now called The Republic of Pirates, and written by an author that here lives in Maine, up on the mid coast and stuff. So that's it. I'm nothing too extravagant. Just kind of a basic person that likes to just kind of have a little factual or a little knowledge about a bunch of different things.
You heard first, a basic humanoid who likes to know a little bit about everything. Well, Carl, this next question is wide open as the sky is long. What's next?
A couple girls like that.
Oh boy, what's next?
Oh wow. Well, we got some hunts planned. We just got I got a permission not too long ago from an older place right here in Wyndham. I'm excited about going to that house or that property. We're going to go back to some of the older places, like that place in Raymond I was talking about. We're going to go back and revisit that. That's a site of an old logging camp. We're going to do some more underwater stuff. Probably back, if we go back up to Mount Blue, maybe we'll do some more stuff on the beach there, or off the diving rock, and maybe we've taken a trip this summer, maybe to some places down south. Maybe hook up with some people over there. We've already got permission to go meet up with a couple guys from like DF Digger, some of the main relic hunters or the main relic detectives from down south Kennebunk, Junkport area, and meet up with them. Just kind of start forming a little group, type hunts and stuff. Like I said, some more underwater stuff. I'm excited about that. Get under there and start digging up some stuff from like some ocean beds or river bottoms and stuff. Maybe if we can, we're going to put some fundraisers together. I know I'm going to go check with the Maine Historical Society if there's any old historical sites that we can go detect and stuff. I'm a member of them. If you can become a member of your historical society in the areas, always help them out. That's about it as far as I know.
You've got something, Carl. What is fresh? What is fresh out for?
Yeah, I'm sorry, I don't have mine on today. It's in my closet actually. We just got our merch or merchandise or merch. We got T-shirts, hoodies. We got that. We got the little front there. That little design, I like that with the cross, kind of like almost like a road warrior, type symbol there. And
don't be surprised if you see that design on another item that might come out soon.
Yeah, we got shirts, hoodies. We can do hats.
We got
cups,
decals for your vehicles, or your detection equipment.
Yeah, we've got people. We know people like, where Florida, Texas, Puerto Rico, where else? Czech Republic, Germany, England.
Yeah.
We got a bunch of people over that we've.
Dirt Dogs are worldwide, baby.
Yeah, we do. We got Instagram. We got an Instagram page. Dirt Dog
Nation. Yeah.
Dirt Dog Nation. We got a YouTube channel. Subscribe to that and stuff. We're going to be doing some more videos. Obviously, we're going to be. We got a Facebook page. Dirt Dogs and stuff. Go check us out. Ask questions. We answer the stuff personally. We research the stuff. And
I personally try to answer every question that comes across as soon as I see it come across.
Yeah, and if there's like requests, we've had some people request some stuff. We're going to do that. We have that design. We're also working on maybe doing another one if people like different varieties and stuff. We're working on something like that. Maybe I'll even throw in some of my calligraphy for, the dirt dogs and stuff. So, just some things coming up that we want to stay active with. We want to keep bringing stuff out for y'all. Suggestions, ideas, questions. Feel free, please. That's what we're here about. Learn stuff. Also, if we can even teach a few things from here, here and there. So.
Also, some exciting news that happened just within the last few weeks. We were accepted into an affiliate program with treasuresinamerica.com, which is a metal detecting and adventure website.
Yeah. It doesn't deal with just metal detecting. It's
they
like
have a
adventure.
blog, they have videos, basically any sort of like old legends. Kind of deals with that. And also, even more exciting is the acceptance with Kellyco.com. Kellyco is the largest that I know of online distributor, store, whatever you want to call it, for metal detecting and accessories. So we will have links available for you to follow. If you go and follow these links, we do get some proceeds which help us to pay for gas and pay for snacks so that we can go and make more videos.
Yeah, like we need snacks, man. Come on, we're hungry.
I mean, yeah. So with that, Carl, say goodbye.
Bye. Y'all take care.
See you soon.